Alright folks, welcome back to Malaysia. We are still here in Cameron Highlands. We are just outside of the Golden Hills night market, and the plan for tonight is to see just how much food we can get for 40 ringgit, which is what I have right here. 40 ringgit is equivalent to $10 US, so let's head into the market and see just how much food we can get. Alright folks, as I'm sure you can see back there, it is very, very busy in the market, and it's not even like peak market time yet, obviously. As you can see by the sun shining in my face, the sun's not even down yet. For our first food course here, I believe it's called apam balik. It's kind of like a crispy pancake with cream corn, sugar, and butter inside, and peanuts. That's the other thing. So, first food item, let's dive in, see how it is. That's very nice. Quite messy. So as you can see in there, you've got all the crushed up peanut, and I think you can see that corn a little bit in there. It's nice. It's just like the light sweetness, like I said, kind of like a crispy pancake, and you know, great little appetizer. I got two of these bad boys. They were 1 ringgit and 20 cents each, so 2.40 for the two of them. Very, very cheap. Next, we've got a local staple, a strawberry shake, because Cameron Highlands, bunch of strawberry farms up here, one of the things they're known for, so of course, had to give this a try. That's fantastic. No added sugar, just strawberries, ice, blended up. Absolutely delicious. And for the strawberry shake, this one costs 10 ringgit. Another common street food you see here in Cameron Highlands are these steamed sweet potatoes. Very simple, just sweet potatoes steamed, nothing added, that's it. Soft, fresh, delicious. About all you can ask for with a steamed sweet potato. For this bag right here, this was another 5 ringgit. I gotta say, it's always a pain trying to film like a street food situation, because typically I need both hands, but then it's hard to find somewhere I can put the camera down. Usually crowded, noisy, all of that. That's why I had to come down here. The actual market is behind me there, but I just kind of made my way down the parking lot and found a fence that I could put the camera on. But I'm gonna finish this up, finish up this first round, sweet potatoes, finish up my drink here, and then we're gonna head back into the market and get some more food. All right, that concludes my first round. Just gonna finish off the strawberry shake. I will say, I was kind of surprised by the price of this one. I thought it'd be like 5 ringgit, but that's okay. We still have 22 or 23 ringgit to work with. So let's head back into the market, and I think I need to find some meat, find some protein now. All right, got my next round here, next course, and I gotta say, I kind of burned through my budget quicker than I expected. I blame it on the strawberry shake, because that burned up 25% of my budget, but that's all right. Let me go get situated over here where I can set my camera down and take a look at the next course. All right, I'm literally standing in the middle of the road now to try these, because this seems to be the best place to put my camera. I'm like right on this median here, and I've got a magnetic thing on my camera clip. So right here, we've got a type of deep fried mushroom. He threw in a couple fried, I think broccoli there just for fun. This is enoki mushroom, I believe. And for this, it was 5 ringgit. And I don't know, some kind of sweet sauce, chili sauce. Let's dive in and find out. Let's try one of these fried broccolis first. I can't say I've ever had deep fried broccoli before, but that is fantastic. I think that's the best way to eat broccoli. Before we use the sauce, let's try one of these enoki mushrooms on their own. It's nice. That is fantastic. Let's try it with a little bit of the sauce here. The breading is nice because it's pretty light. It's not too heavy or strong. And then you got the nice little chewy mushroom inside. I'll throw up a photo of these mushrooms for reference for those of you that have never had these before. It's the kind of mushrooms they have like with hot pot, really common in a lot of Asian food. As always, you can't really go wrong when you fry something, and something like mushrooms, they're already so delicious. So frying things is delicious, mushrooms are delicious, and fried mushrooms, of course, are very delicious. I think I like the fried broccoli more than I like the fried mushroom, which I did not expect because I definitely prefer mushrooms way more than broccoli in general, but I don't know, something about it being fried, it just, I don't know. You wouldn't think fried broccoli would be good, but this thing is delicious. This right here is kind of our main course. We've got some grilled lamb chops. You can see just a whole pile of them there, kind of on a bed of cabbage with some sort of brown sauce on there. Look delicious. Lamb is typically delicious, so I figured let's give it a try, but this is one of the more expensive things here. So this was 15 ringgit, and that means I've spent most of my budget now. But I've got this little stick here to dive in, but I might just use my fingers. Let's dive in while it's nice and hot and see what we think. Oh, wow. That is delicious. Super soft, tender meat, the perfect amount of fat on there. Has like a nice little char on it from the grill top, and then the sauce, it's kind of like peppery, savory with like a little bit of sweetness to it. So it's really nice balance. That's really nice. You find lamb quite a bit here in Malaysia, lamb and goat, since, you know, it's a majority Muslim country, so a lot of people don't eat pork. And then, so you see more of these other options where, you know, like in the US, for example, lamb's not very common. It's very much like a kind of delicacy, I would say. So it's fun to have some of these options here. But as far as my budget goes for that $10 goal that I had, I only had like 3 ringgit left. So that does not give us much room to play with anymore. For 3 ringgit, I could get some chicken satay, I know that. But I feel like I need to try to find a dessert item because, you know, after I finish these up, you know, I need probably something else sweet to kind of balance it out. For this last course, I went for some chocolate dipped strawberries, which I will say most of the chocolate kind of ran off the strawberries into the bottom of the cup, but that's okay. I don't like stuff to be too sweet anyways. I only had 2 ringgit and 60 cents left, and these cost 8 ringgit, so I did cheat just a little bit. I threw in 5 extra ringgit, but hey, that's okay. Let's have a bite here, see how it is. I mean, it's a chocolate dipped strawberry. It's gonna be good. Oh yeah, that is delicious. It's a good chocolate as well, like a nice dark chocolate, so it's not overly sweet. Man, that is good. You know, I'm not a big strawberry guy, but a chocolate dipped strawberry, I can really get behind that. If you look over here, there's just a very slow line of traffic there. Once I finish eating this, I'll walk out there and show you. If you like a little bit fewer crowds, just go a little bit earlier like I did, you know, at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then you can get in and out before the big crazy crowds come in. But let me finish up my strawberries here, and then I'll show you the rest of that traffic out there. All right, strawberries have been finished, and now we're probably about 400 meters away from the actual market there, and you can see the traffic just comes all the way down here. Part of it, that lane over there, is like almost standstill, you know, so just be aware that it does get crazy busy here, especially if you have a car. I did have one minor casualty from the chocolate covered strawberries right there on my shirt. Got a bit of dark chocolate on there. Not sure if that's gonna wash out, but we'll see later. I'll throw it in the sink with some soap and see if we can take care of that. All right, folks, I am on my walk now back to Tanah Rata, kind of on this side road off the main highway, a little bit more peaceful, quiet out here. I would say that was a successful journey there at the night market, even though I know I technically went over budget by just a little bit. It's okay, we'll let it slide. I think I spent in total 45 ringgit and like 20 cents or something like that. And still, for all the food I ate, that's basically $11. Fantastic deal, great deal, always a good deal out here. You can definitely get more bang for your buck than I did. I just happened to go for a couple of those bigger ticket items, the strawberry shake, the lamb chops. The only thing that I kind of wish I would have gotten some was chicken satay, because I love chicken satay, but honestly, I was pretty full after the lamb and the mushrooms. I think my favorite thing was probably the lamb. I mean, lamb is really good when it's done right. And for me, again, it's kind of more of a specialty sort of thing. I've got about 25 or 30 minutes left of my walk back to Tanah Rata, because that night market is up in Brinh Chang and I'm staying down in Tanah Rata. So once I get down there, I will check back in, because there's another night market that I'm gonna pop in over there. It's not nearly as big as that one. Let's get over there and then I'll check in with y'all in just a little bit. All right, well, I was planning to just walk into town, but a nice man named Balu stopped and asked if I was heading to Tanah Rata, which of course I was, and kindly gave me a ride. So we have just spawned right back here into Tanah Rata. That was interesting getting to talk to Valu, because he was telling me he's born and raised here in Tanah Rata, been here his entire life, and he said that it's just absolutely nothing like it was when he grew up. He was probably maybe 60s or 70 years old, and he said that back in the day there was no tourism, whereas today that's their #1 industry. He said back in the day tea was #1, and today tea is #4. I think he said tourism #1, strawberries #2, flowers and that kind of thing #3, and then tea #4. So he said that compared to the way it used to be, he said it's just crazy now. There's so many of the towns and the villages are so much more busy, and if you've been here, especially on a weekend, you know the traffic gets insane, kind of like I was trying to show you with the market, because there's only like a little 2-lane road for most of the Cameron Highlands region, and yeah, traffic can get pretty insane here. So that was kind of interesting to hear from him. You know, we tend to think like, oh, tourism and growing industry, it's a good thing, but it's such a mixed bag, such a double-sided thing, because he said all of, not necessarily this, but all of like the surrounding villages, he said, used to just be jungle, and now a lot of it's getting cleared out, and there's a lot more pollution, and the rivers, you'll find a lot more trash, and all of that. You know, it's always kind of a double-sided thing. Sure, it brings more money, but it also brings more people, which brings more pollution and all of that kind of stuff. But we have made it to this next little market. This one's not nearly as big as the other one. Kind of down on this side here, we have our few little food vendors, and then up this way and over there is mostly like clothing, souvenirs, some fruits and that kind of thing. So just thought we'd, you know, come for a quick stroll through here, because my hostel is just right up that way. It's actually pretty crazy how this one is completely empty. The other one is like standstill traffic. You can barely, you know, walk through the place. And then over here, there's like literally nobody here. So I think, yeah, all this stuff, it looks fully set up, but yeah, there's just not a soul here. I think all these go pretty late, to 11 or maybe midnight. So that's probably part of it too. Random assorted stuff there. Bunch of clothing, outdoor gear there. I actually came over here last night, and that spot there has some really nice jackets and pants and stuff, but I'm not really in the market for any of that. This is kind of the end of the road here. Yeah, like I said, there's a few stalls that are still kind of being set up, but yeah, I think that's about it for this market. Well, I know that's kind of a boring way to end this video since there's not much going on here, but hopefully I even have enough footage for a video. I guess we'll find out when I go to edit this thing, but I think that's gonna just about do it. I'm gonna go for a walk and just walk around a bit more this evening, because as you can see, it's a beautiful evening out here. Nice clear skies, not very windy tonight, so I'm gonna go for a nice walk, let my food settle, and call it a night. But that's gonna do it for this one. Maybe some more videos coming from Malaysia soon. We'll see. Not sure how much longer I'll be here or what the heck I'm doing, as always, so who knows. But anyways, that's it for this one. I will see y'all next time.